Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today I bring you a story that, although it may seem like the past, still lives on in the hearts of many. The story of Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir. People say it's easy to say the relationship is over or it didn't work out. But there are stories that, even when hidden, continue to burn inside. And so it is with Can and Demet. Although their paths diverged years ago, whenever their names appear together, time seems to stand still. Because theirs wasn't just a simple romance, it was a deep connection that transcended the screen. When they worked together, they captivated millions. The chemistry they showed on camera was only a shadow of what they truly felt. However, that love story wasn't eternal. Even today, many wonder, does Can Yaman still love Demet? He always avoids the question. He changes the subject, remains silent, but those who observe him closely know something still burns inside him. Perhaps love, perhaps regret, perhaps the wound of what could have been but wasn't. But why deny the obvious? Maybe the answer lies in who Demet truly is. Maybe the answer lies in who Demet truly is. Demet Özdemir is not only beauty, not just intelligence or charisma. She's a woman who chose to be free. She has always refused to belong to any man, not to Can nor anyone else. Her story is not of a woman who couldn't stay by a man's side, but of someone who chose not to sacrifice her independence. To love such a woman, one must accept her essence without trying to limit her. At first, Can was fascinated by her authenticity. But over time, Demet's freedom began to weigh on him. Maybe it was insecurity, maybe jealousy. For him, life was always structured and controlled. For her, a poem without rules. This difference silently drove them apart, without scandals but with invisible wounds. Today, Can lives far away, in another country, building his career, starring in new series, accumulating success. But no fame can fill that void. Because it's not just the absence of Demet, but the inability to bear the weight of such a free love. Every time he says in interviews, it's all in the past, he's actually confessing he's never truly forgotten. Meanwhile, Demet continues to write her own story. Though some rumors link her to Çağatay Ulusoy, her love life remains a mystery. She herself says, I live my life. Her series are seen worldwide. She inspires thousands of women and remains a symbol of independence. Every interview returns to the same question. Is there someone in her life? Is she thinking about marriage? And her answer remains the same. She doesn't need to belong to anyone to be happy. Can keep smiling for the cameras, appearing strong and successful. But every applause without Demet feels incomplete. Some triumphs only make sense when shared. And that person is no longer there. This is not just the story of a lost love. It's the testimony of a woman who knew how to rewrite her destiny. Demet wasn't simply a chapter in Can Yaman's life. She was the turning point that made him the man he is today. She taught him, even if he never admits it, to respect a woman's strength and understand that freedom is not a choice but a right. But Can was never able to confess it. In his world, showing emotions is still seen as weakness. Meanwhile, Demet has learned to see her scars not as wounds, but as cracks through which light enters. In the end, Can speaks other languages, stars in new stories, but the true story always begins with Demet's name. Because there are loves that happen only once in a lifetime. And for that, they are never forgotten. From my perspective, speaking about Demet Özdemir means speaking about a woman who has managed to preserve her dignity and essence amidst a media storm that few could endure. Over time, she has been constantly linked to Can Yaman, and every gesture, word or silence of hers has been analyzed, forced into interpretations, and often distorted by media and some passionate fans. Many state that Demet has never made public statements about her relationship with Can, and I fully agree. She has always shown great discretion regarding her private life. As one fan said, Demet would never say such a thing. Don't make things up. That reserve, far from being coldness, reflects her emotional intelligence and personal maturity. Not all artists manage to draw that line between private and professional life, especially in a world where many would sell their intimacy for instant fame. Demet has shown that her main focus has always been her career, artistic growth, and personal balance. Unlike what some try to suggest, she has never needed media relationships to build her career. Her natural talent, innate charisma, and continuous search for new challenges are the true pillars of her success. Even when malicious voices try to tarnish her image, she remains firm, showing she doesn't need to answer destructive provocations. Of course, some have tried to simplify the story, presenting it as a clash of interests. She sought love, he sought fame and money. Some see it that way. But I believe human relationships are never that linear. Only those directly involved know the truth. What's evident is that Demet emerged stronger from it all, without victimizing herself or resorting to public accusations. Amidst all this media pressure and countless hurtful comments, she chose silence, a silence full of dignity and respect both for herself and the other party. As someone rightly said, stop harassing Demet and Can, stop meddling in their private lives. No one has the right to pry. Many forget that behind artists are real human beings with emotions, wounds, and personal journeys. Despite her youth, Demet has offered lessons in wisdom that many don't reach even as they age. She has built a solid career, diversified her projects, and remained at the top without scandals. This, in my opinion, is the true strength of a woman who knows what she wants. In an artistic world where it's easy to lose one's way, Demet has chosen the more difficult but more valuable path.
Consistency, work dedication, and respect for her privacy.
Perhaps, as one fan wisely said, with time some will truly understand the value of her being. Demet is very wise and still very young. Can will one day understand the inner beauty of a wonderful woman. And even if that realization comes too late, what matters is that Demet has learned to move forward confidently without needing others' approval. In the end, I only wish for her to continue growing, to find a love that fully values her, and to keep experiencing moments of happiness, because her example is undoubtedly an inspiration for those who believe it's possible to achieve success without compromising personal integrity.